escudo mejorado. Plasma, que tensionas a rango 1.
So, on the left side of your table, you've got Toni Fulgrim from Catarrocha, España, with Lieutenant Tadson, Captain Phasma Shield Upgrade, and Biohex equipped codes. Then he's got Scourge with Fanatical and Advanced Optics, and then Kylo Ren with Hate and Advanced Optics. So I'll leave that on the screen for a moment so you can look at what those cards do. On the other side of the table, we have Alberto Giraldos from Zaragoza. He's playing a Han Solo with Trickshot, Kanan Jarrus, R2-D2 and engine upgrade, and a Lando Calrissian with Nin Nom. All right. Yeah, I guess. Okay. So, give you a couple of minutes to look over. But those are not synced.
Kanan Jarrus, por Dios.
Harrus. Kanan Jarrus. Kanan Harrus.
Motor mejorado. Y disparos
Okay, welcome back. Thank you for joining us here for round 3 from the second flight. I've got to put the timer on. 70 minutes, actually, I should... 30 seconds.
Mamá, salgo en la tele.
Pero yo por lo menos lo admito. No voy de por ahí. Vamos primero a orden porque así tengo previo seguro.
Lo mejor ha sido mi colega Roberto. Dice, va a jugar ya lo había visto. Va a jugar ya que parece que había pocos por la mañana y están todos por la tarde.
¿Sí, no?
Pero creo que hay justos 18 para pillar el cacho.
No, son 16 cartas.
Ah, bueno, me ha ganado 2 victorias. Yo creo que...
no ya se lleva.
Faltan las nubes, ¿no?
Sí, faltan los pedos.
Pues vamos a poner una aquí. Y pongas ese, te gustó.
Madre mía, que hace calor aquí. Okay, so I was able to get one of my friends on for this game. Well, they're all my friends, right? Everyone's my friend, especially here in Spain. Everyone's my friend, but especially Toni Fulgrim, famous from being one of a handful of players who actually played against me and won. because at the World Championship, I managed to play a couple of games and won them. So I did. So Tony's like one of like a very few players that have managed to play against me and won, which used to be all of them. Everybody that played against me has won against me, but now that's not the same. I've got a bit more of a win ratio now, as I'm getting better. Let me see if I can reset some stuff on my squad app, and I will be right with you. We've got 2 more rounds today. This round is the penultimate round of the day. And then we're going to go to round 5 and 6 will take place tomorrow, where both flights will be joined together. Anybody with less than 2 wins will be eliminated from competition. I've got to go down to the Falcons, haven't I? That's right. All the way. Oh, I'm so hot. I swear to God. Okay. I am so hot. There's Lando. Lando's there. Lando's only got Nin. But this is like a crazy. Trick shot. Kanan. Jesus. R2-D2. All the points on Han Solo here. That's a dangerous decision, a dangerous thing to do, really, because that's where you start getting into the territory of having a situation where, as long as he takes Han Solo off the board, it's going to be hard for Alberto to come back. But both players are on a perfect record so far, 2 games won. Let me see now. What am I doing? I've got the engine upgrade, R2, D2, trick shot. I've got all the upgrades on. So that's a 200-point list. With 200-point list. I want to see 115 points on Han Solo, 85 on Lando. Blech. Now, on the First Order side of the table, Tavson, Scourge, and Kylo. Now, this is a very standard First Order list for the time. Scourge is like an FO. Scorch. It's not Scourge. Scourge is from like the Empire. Kylo with hate and advanced optics. How does he know? Fanatical on Scorch. And advanced optics. Then Tavson with Phasma. Not seen Phasma on the list yet. Where is she? There she is. 5 points at the end of the engagement phase. Each enemy ship at range 0 to 1 that is not stressed gains 1 stress token. She's like the old Mara Jade. Yeah. We lost Mara Jade. Why did we change Mara Jade for Captain Phasma? That's a poor trade-off. That's a poor trade-off. Shield upgrade and biohexacrypt codes. Biohexacrypt codes. And shield upgrade. Done. Okay, so I've got the whole list in there now. So let's see. So right, Kylo Ren. After you defend, you may spend 1 force to assign the I'll show you the dark side condition to the attacker. Let's get the right thing on this. Hello, mouse. Okay. Auto thrusters. After you perform an action, you may perform a red boost or barrel roll action. Okay, so all good there. He's got hate, so when he suffers damage, he recovers force tokens. And while you perform an attack with the advanced optics, you may spend 1 focus token to change one of your blank results to a hit result. So you don't even need the focus token, right? You don't need to have a focus result. Like guaranteeing you the opportunity to get the extra damage. Scorch also has the advanced optics. Scorch is, what is it, Willie? I don't know the way you're coming out. Let me ask you a question. Porque no estoy muy familiar. ¿Cómo es que sabemos que Kylo Ren puede llevar hate? Porque dark side. Y ya está. No hay nada en la carta que lo dice. Vale. Okay. Okay. Right. And Scorch. While you perform a primary attack, if you are not stressed, you may gain 1 stress token to roll 1 additional attack. Yeah, all right. Okay. That's interesting. And then Fanatical, while you perform a primary attack, if you are not shielded, you may change 1 focus result to a hit result. Now, this is interesting because this list that we're seeing Toni play today is normally Kylo, Tavson, Quick Draw, right? But here he's gone down to a Scorch that's worth 40 points in exchange for making Kylo and Tavson a little bit more tough. Now, most of the times I've seen Kylo, he's not really come with hate and advanced optics. He's pretty much been nude. And Tavson hasn't really come with much either. But here, Tavson's got Phasma to give stress to any ships at the end of the engagement phase. So before they start their maneuvers for the next round, they'll start off with stress tokens as a kind of a Mara Jade effect. After you suffer damage, you may spend 1 charge to perform an action for Tavson. Tavson can coordinate, so he can give extra actions to Kylo, buff him, and then shield upgrade, making him just a little bit tougher. And the biohexacrypt codes, while you coordinate or jam, if you have a lock on a ship, you may spend that lock to choose that ship, ignoring range restrictions. So interesting switch up there on the lists that are going. Hello, Enigma Wargaming. Yeah, an interesting switch up there because, like I say, normally we see quick draw in this list, Tony switched him out for a much cheaper, much lighter FO TIE fighter, First Order TIE fighter, with very little difference, with very little buffed, or it's not the same value as a quick draw. And that exchange has given the opportunity to make Tavson and Kylo Ren. Well, Kylo's got the hate advanced optics, making him hit harder, and Tavson's just got that extra control ability with Phasma, the ability to use his actions when he suffers damage, to coordinate further actions to Kylo Ren and buff him even further. Now, on the other side of the table with the Rebels, we've got Han Solo. Han Solo, if anyone didn't know, after you roll dice, if you are at range 0 to 1 of an obstacle, you may re-roll your dice. This does not count as re-rolling for the purpose of other effects. So cheating Han Solo can re-roll the dice just because. Trick shot, while performing that is obstructed, you roll 1 additional dice, which is what they're getting into right now. Han Solo rolls 3, not obstructed on Kylo, 3 hits, and there you've got 1 evade, 1 focus, and a blank for 2. Takes 1 damage. And I'll show you the dark side triggers. Did he do something there to cancel the third hit? And he's gone for the panicked pilot. To double stress. I'm not seeing everything that's in the chat. Yeah, Toni, also known for Team Scotland from the XTC tournament this year. Kylo did suffer a shield there. Okay, it just took him a while to get around to taking it off. So they're back to dials. So yeah, trick shot gives Han Solo an extra die if he's obstructed when he's attacking. And Jairus, after a friendly ship at range 0 to 2 fully executes a right maneuver, you may spend 1 force to remove 1 stress token from that ship. Right, so it's like turning white maneuvers blue if Kanan's nearby. But really the buff for Kanan is the fact that he gives Han Solo that force token, giving him just that little bit of extra damage, buffs as far as damage cancelling and damage output for just being able to get that 1 extra focus token through. R2-D2, at the end phase, roll a die, recover a shield, suffer damage, or expose a damage card, I should say, and the engine upgrade to give him that white boost action. And they're off straight away. So we saw in the last round how Nien was not in the last round. We saw in round 1 Nien working very well with Lando, changing it treats those maneuvers as blue, and Lando is after you do a blue maneuver. And it has nothing to do with what's revealed on the dial. It's just what is the maneuver you complete, how was its difficulty, which in this case blue makes it
Mata yo de my hood,
Kylo going full throttle to get the hell out of there. Yeah. Really, he got lucky that round to only taking one shield, and he's not going to give him the opportunity to go to the McDonald's. Yeah. And now the Falcons are going to turn as tight as they can. Even going across that gas cloud.
¿Has pedido?
¿He disparado yo, supongo?
Sí, vas tú.
Llevo, a ver, mírame a la landa y aquello ya sé que no llevo. ¿Cómo le va? Llego con piedra, ¿no?
Entonces, y piedra y agua.
A la landa.
Right, so firing on the Lieutenant Tavson, Han Solo. I think that's what he said. And there you've got 2 focuses and 2 hits. Spends the force for 3. And 2 blanks there. An unknown hidden behind. Takes 2 shields. On Tavson.
Toni, el impulso no te ha parecido una buena idea, ¿verdad?
No me ha quedado bien.
No, de hecho solo puedes sincronizarle uno o los dos.
Puedo lanzarlas después.
Bueno,
Puedo
vale,
hacer
sí,
blanco
sí.
fijado y el coordinar.
Ok, muy bien.
Pero no puedo coordinar porque ya he coordinado aquí. No puedo repetir acciones.
Vale, eso me
Por
refiero.
eso.
Vale.
Por eso no.
Pues creo que no hay más disparos.
No me llega.
Back to dials. Whew. Okay, now it's been an interesting engagement so far. There's been some exchange of fire, very little damage done on either side of the table. Let me go check Alberto's shield tokens.
Consiste en matar las naves del otro.
Consiste en que no mueran.
Yo estoy dándole a alguno. Lo suelo quitar. Porque es que si no, no se ve muy claro. Los tengo que pintar. Yo los meto a la caja y a correr. Si el otro. Y luego cuando me redoblo, vuelvo a echar.
Fuerza azul, escudos que no sabes si están gastados.
Es muy todo este regalo, me gusta. Me cae bien.
¿Sí que es un cilinter polaco?
Poliska. Ya está su normal.
El quintilingüe este.
Qué asco me dais. Sí. Yo ya he hecho lo que tenía que hacer, que es ganar 2 partidas, y no se queda más de 2.
Pues sí.
Por lo menos veo que se sigue ganando.
Ya. Yo creo que más que tú. Yo también he ganado. Cacha ha ganado 2.
Sí.
Contra ninguno.
Okay,
No se volvía a saber de ellos cuando.
back from taking out the trash just in time for them to go back in the game. I've got trying to find a way to fix that microphone issue. Maybe move it a little bit further away from the table. And it's not just like this big blob in the middle of the play area.
He coordinado un tonel.
Scourge trying to block and hamper Han's progress and chasing down Kylo. Or not, right? I figured he was moving into a blocking position, but no. Tavson gave him a barrel roll before he did his move. Be interesting here. Lando just kind of like hopping to the right to avoid the gas cloud. Huh. Decisions, a focus token goes down.
Kylo.
Yeah, Kylo's trying to find a way to get back involved without putting himself right in front of Han.
Suave.
Focuses Han.
Han Solo.
Han's got those arcs facing to the sides.
Uno. Dos.
2 hits, 2 focuses.
Hecho ojo, ¿verdad?
Sí.
Pues
Focuses to make 4. Han Solo on Scorch is what I'm guessing is happening.
Menos 3 blancas, lo que quieras.
And there's 2 blanks and a
Uno.
evade. Takes 3.
Normal.
no, uno y un
Ah,
crítico.
vale.
Escudo, vas a esquivar
Vale.
uno.
Y el crítico es. Dirigir.
Direct hit, bang. Scourge gone. Scorch gone, not Scourge.
Mala suerte.
See that really bad luck there for Toni to have lost that ship in just one shot like that.
Kylo, vamos allá.
Kylo. Haciendo
Okay,
uno.
so now
Rango 2.
Un crítico, no sea, para compensar.
Se espera. Se espera, ¿no?
Mira, ahí
there's
está.
there's a hit, a crit, and a focus gets spent to make 2 and a crit, and there's an evade, and loses 1 shield, and takes the panic pilot on Han Solo. 2 stress.
A ver, ese es el que tiene que quitar.
Go on, take that damage card off. There we go.
Ay, nada.
A ese nivel no hay ninguno.
Lando.
If we're lucky and I get plenty of time to myself this evening, we might see a change in this overlay tomorrow.
Hacer blanco fija, ojo, si le hago daño. Me va a tener una hostia de puta madre.
Si no voy a pelo, te puedes sacar 4 impactos de mano.
Sí, también es verdad. Pues uno.
1 hit there, focus and a blank. Toni rolls an evade and a focus. No, 2 focuses. Takes another damage. Tavson uses his ability to coordinate an action.
4.
Just like Tavson target locks. Gives himself a free action. And re-rolls the target lock to get 4 hits, 2 evades. Nothing really Toni can do to really stick damage on these double falcons. Come on, how many shields
No
you
es
get?
que se los roben.
This is not update. There we go. 2 shields gone on Lando Calrissian. Pretty poor exchange of fire there for Toni. Toni losing Scorch to 1 shot from Han Solo, and with 2 pretty heavy shots back from Kylo and Tavson. Was only managed to do a minimal amount of damage, 2 damage in each shot. It's just the point is, like, you look at that. Okay, so 2 shots, he did 2 damage for each shot, and whereas Han Solo's shot did 4 damage. Yeah, I mean, obviously it's range 1, blah 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 blah. You got lucky with a direct hit, but still, it's the point, right? Is that's what makes it so much that that exchange of fire was so heavily biased in Alberto's favor. Towson takes a 2 bank. Is it 2 bank or 1 bank? I didn't get to see. It looked like it moved further than the 1 bank, but 1 bank to the left is what I'm going to say it was, and target locks Lando. Lando takes a 2 turn to the left.
Lo he mirado y he dicho, usted que está viendo para el lado, no se está viendo.
3 cerrado.
I'm going to pause this. Where's the pause button?
Como es blanca, hasta la puerta de canal y ya está. Te quito la tensión. ¿Te quitas? Ah, pájaro.
No, amigo.
No, amigo, solo quedan calas.
No se está a rango 2, ¿no?
Okay, chat is working somewhat for me. So now Han Solo firing on, I think it's Towson, re-rolls the dice, gets a hit and a crit and a blank. And this is Kylo, so 1 focus, 1 evade, 1 blank, spends the force, takes no damage from that attack. And Kylo's going to fire on Lando, and a pretty nice kill box that Tony's managed to set up here on Lando. How much damage is he going to be able to get through? Maybe we can get half points on Lando here. Maybe even give him a face-up damage card that might hobble him for the next few rounds. Lando's firing on Towson, I guess. Yeah. Takes 1 shield.
Kylo Ren.
1
De los caballeros
rango.
1-1.
¿Seguro?
Aquí después, voy a enviarlo después.
¿Qué te pasa? No lloréis. Tirad dados.
¡Hola!
There's a 4-hit combo, and that's a blank. Lando takes 4.
Eso es una media, mis cojones de la media.
Es un panty en realidad.
La media nada. Doble daño.
That's a direct hit. Boom, boom.
Espera, esta es la dolorosa.
So that's half points for Lando. That's things going much better there for Tony now. And Tony's still got 1 more attack to come.
Aquí viene la buena. Aquí viene la media.
Spends a target lock to reroll a whole ton and gets 4. It looks like it's 3 and a critical, 1 evade, takes 2 and a crit. 1, 2, face up is another direct hit. Bam! Ooh! So Lando and Yen there have come to within a hair of their existence. They've got pretty hairy. Yeah. Down to 2 hit points from yeah, man. It's like what Alberto's saying right now is that he started that round with only having lost 2 shields. Now he's down to 2 hit points. Boom, 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 boom. And that's why Tony is not to be messed with.
Porque no ha traído su coche hoy con la grasa de tigre. La grasa de tigre.
¿Cuánto tiene de casco el bicharraco este?
6.
Joder.
Hasta 9.
Con la grasa de tigre. Tú ya utilizamos lubricantes.
In this game, drawing a small crowd to watch between one of the judges.
Bueno, silencer pequeño.
¿Vale?
Parece que se va a romper. Parece un Hot Wheels.
Sí.
So it's a really interesting list with the double Falcon. Like I said, 115 points on hand, 85 on Lando. Lando with only Niendo really accompany him. And still, Han being a pretty solid piece with Kanan and R2-D2. He's not even got around to really... See, the problem he's got is that we know right now that face-down damage card is a panicked pilot. So if he is to R2-D2 at the moment while he's only got one damage card, he's going to keep getting himself double stressed if he's unlucky enough to roll that hit. Gain 2 stress tokens, then repair this card, right? But then, let me just double check R2-D2. During the end phase, if you are damaged and not shielded, alright, so he's not got any shield, so he has to wait until they're all gone before he can actually recover one. But it's still not a good position to be in while he's got that one damage card. Because that one damage card, we know, little under 50% of the time will get flipped up and we're given 2 stress tokens. So just as a reminder for those of you watching, what's happening is today, Friday, is a public holiday here in Spain. Most people are not working. So what's happened in the last few years here, we've tried to run all of our national level events together. So this weekend we've got X-Wing, Imperial Assault, Armada, Destiny, Game of Thrones. There's a Legion national level event being played. So we've tried to turn these things into like a weekend-long event. As a result, as part of that, we've gone and given on the first day of the event, 3 days, we run 2 flights, 4 rounds in the morning, 4 rounds in the afternoon. Everybody there who is doesn't take any damage from the debris cloud. Anybody who is got at least 2 wins proceeds through to day 2. Day 2 tomorrow will be 2 more rounds of Swiss where both flights are merged together. Then after that, in the afternoon, Saturday afternoon, we have top 32 and top 16. Then we come back on Sunday morning for the top 8, semi-final and final. This is round 3 of the second flight. So 2 rounds left today, this round and then 1 more round after this. Everybody with a 2-0 record or better, or 2-2 record or better, will go through to the second day tomorrow. Of course, this gives the opportunity to play in the morning and do well at X-Wing, and then play in the afternoon Imperial Assault, and maybe do well there, and maybe have to decide which cut you want to make. So it's a pretty standard like 2-day event where it's just like 6 rounds on day 1 and then top 32. It's a normal size event really, and we've got something like 160 players this year, which is actually a bit of a drop for us. We're used to having over 210. Yeah, so this time we had 70 this morning, 90 players playing right now. This is still 6 rounds and top 32, as you would probably do on any other tournament on a Saturday and a Sunday. But like I say, the reason for doing it in this order is to give people the opportunity to take part in multiple events, such as Game of Thrones, Imperial Assault, X-Wing, Destiny. The idea is to give people the opportunity to take part in at least 2 events, depending on how well you organise your weekend and how well you do. So if you are if, for example, you do badly in every single thing you play, and you could probably play 5 national level tournaments this weekend. Let's say you play X-Wing in the morning, you do badly. Then in the afternoon you do Imperial Assault, you do badly. Well, then maybe on Saturday you can play Legion, maybe you do badly there, and so you jump over to Destiny or Game of Thrones or whatever. We've also got here round 3B. This is the second flight, flight B. So this is round 3B. There was a round 3A this morning. And we've also got Marvel Champions being demoed here as well. And depending on how things go at the end of round 4, and I think Imperial Assault is supposed to be here to a little bit later than after round 4 finishes, maybe, just maybe, I might be able to convince the organizational team to demo Marvel Champions on the stream for us. Although that might be in Spanish.
Está pasando en esta parte. Se está poniendo cagados.
¡Tamborina!
Pero quítate una, por lo menos. Que era azul. Has hecho un
Es blanca.
Es blanca.
Es
¿No
blanca.
es blanca?
Es blanca. Este la tiene azul por el NUM.
Han roto la nave.
Le ha quitado el uno
Le
cerrado.
han cambiado a... ¿Qué tienes? El 2 suave, ¿no?
Han, solo.
4-2.
Ok.
Te veo que un gallo. No, bueno.
No.
Es 4-2. Creo que no. Y aún no estoy, supongo,
Now, at least Lando's been lucky enough to get out of arcs this turn, so he's not going to go off the board right now. But he's not got much of a firing solution either. Okay, so one hit and a focus from Han Solo. Han Solo re-rolls, gets 2 hits and a blank, and Tavson rolls a focus. Takes 2
Voy. Kylo.
down to no shields now from Tavson. 1, 2, 3 blanks and a focus from Kylo on Han Solo. Takes 1 shield. Not really much of a consequence. What Toni really wants to do here now is get a good opportunity to fire on Lando next turn, take him off the board, and then have the 2 ships to just focus on Han Solo. It's going to be difficult, but it's very doable. And as far as a total win condition, that's pretty good for him right now. 34, just over 34 and a half minutes left on the round. Yeah, let's think of it as if it was 2 days of Swiss. Kind of like the World Championship, where we had day 1, we had day 2, day 1A, day 1B, right? Think of it like that, but it's a little bit different. Day 1A is 4 rounds, day 1B is 4 rounds. They get played on the same day, and then day 2 is the last 2 rounds of Swiss, 5 and 6, 5th and 6th rounds, but both flights are combined. And then, so you've got Swiss today, and then you've got 2 more rounds of Swiss tomorrow. Now, Toni's also lost half points on Tavson there. which is put him behind 77 to 43. It's now at a 34-point disadvantage. But Alberto is also playing really well with these Falcons, keeping shots on target. He's avoided taking much damage on Han Solo, despite being, in some cases, Toni's only firing solution. Okay, so Han Solo firing on Tavson. Gets 2. Tavson rolls a blank. And one's a crit, right? Oh no, only one goes through because of the reinforce. Where'd that damage card come from, Toni?
No son las mismas cartas.
Ah, bueno, hostia.
Has cogido la mía.
Hasta yo que tú, Mario, si me solapo,
Daño.
un daño.
So that's a stunned pilot.
Si quieres hacer acción.
Acción.
Tienes fijado a Lando, ¿verdad?
Dando.
Algo interesante por ahí.
Nada, no va a hacer. ¿Vale? Ahí no dispara.
Yo no sé si llego.
And that's one of the reasons why I have different damage decks for the two players, to be able to tell when that sort of thing happens. Okay, so just so you know, for those watching at home, you can find on the First Earth Facebook page, it's facebook.com/First Earth TV, I think. You can find a recent post from this morning that outlines the schedule for these 3 days. So you have a rough idea of when you can find the games. Now, Alberto doing something on his phone. And Tavson is off with a 1 turn to the left.
No me voy a poner delante de esa mierda, o sea, lo siento en el alma, pero no me pongo delante de esa cacharra ni ortogrifa.
Lando bumps again.
¿Puede caerlo?
Way has not revealed the maneuver down. And Solo takes a free bank to the left. Slots in behind Lando. Still trying to chase down the kill on Tavson.
Si lo metes después del ataque, se lo gasto luego.
Claro, vale, el ataque no.
Ya está, era la duda que tenía. Pues 4 dados.
No, que si el jam lo metía con silesote.
Aparte está tenso, ¿no?
No, ya
no puedo hacer acción.
Pero que quería saber cómo va, que se van a ver en el
Ya
juego.
me está lo...
So Han Solo firing on Tavson again. Gets one hit, 3 blanks. He's going to Han Solo that. No.
Hombre, Lando ahora mismo es bastante escómodo. Pero es... Podría
No, es
repetir.
que-
Or was
deberías
it-
poder repetir, digo, pues.
Sí, la verdad es que es un puto escombro, ¿verdad?
¿Vale?
Da-
Daño.
Vale. Ataco yo, 3 dados, a Kylo. Y tú defenderás con los que te traigan los cojones.
4.
Si hay piedra, con más.
Más que la distancia más corta, creo que es de aquí.
And so we can keep up with which ship's Han Solo. Han Solo is the one with the square
Me da igual, ¿eh?
radar dish, whereas
¡Eh! ¡Oh! ¡Que salimos en la tele!
whereas Lando is the circular radar dish. And they've called over a judge.
Lando dispara a Kylo, ¿está subido o no? Esa es la duda. Oh, mamá, qué visión.
Nuestro juez acaba de mover la piedra, pero yo no digo nada, ¿vale?
¿Sí? Yo creo que es esa, ¿no? Es esta. Vale, vale.
Sin piedra.
Sin piedra.
So 2 blanks and a hit
Estaba de turno.
from Lando and Kylo. And Kylo rolls all the evades.
Alguna para luego.
So nothing to worry about there. Now Kylo gets to fire back.
Ah, Lando.
Tengo 2,
Sí. Y te canto de medida, ¿no?
4,
1 hit, 1 focus, 1 blank.
3, 4, 5, 6, 2.
Los 3.
Gets 3. 1 evade, 1 focus. He takes the 2, means he's dead. And that makes things a little bit easier for Tavson and Kylo now.
Y tensión a Lando. A Yahan.
Captain Phasma gives stress to Han Solo. Han Solo just not able to get out of that stress loop. And I'm going to try and move that microphone that's in the middle of the picture a little bit further back.
Esto se va, vale, que se habrá concentrado de... La tensión. Nada.
Un 2 suave. Un poquito de tensión.
Sin canas, ¿no?
Sí, no, es azul.
Sin canas, amigo. Yo.
Sí, sin canal, sí. Hacer blanco fijo. ¿Cuánto está ese señor?
Quedan 4.
Where's Kylo? Okay.
¿Lo ha dicho algo?
No.
Ah, vale.
Es que no veo Kylo, tío. Kylo is cloaked behind Davson. Me going like, what happened to Kylo while I wasn't looking? No, everything's okay. And there was an exchange of fire there. 1, 2, 3 cards now on Tavson.
Aprieta, ¿eh?
1-1 iba. Ahora no sé.
Looks like in the background the Game of Thrones Grand Championship is concluding. Everyone seems to be getting a whole bunch of play mats and stuff.
Vale. ¿Voy?
Sí.
Ya se lo ha cotizado, ¿vale?
Okay, so Tavson took a fast maneuver there. He wants to try and get back around that rock and try and get guns back on Han Solo. To try and force things through a little bit further. Even jammed Han Solo as well. It'll be from that previous attack, I guess. Kylo barrel rolling into a position where he thinks he's going to be able to get a good shot into the flank of Han Solo. Yep, free bank left for Han. Looks like he might put him on that debris cloud though.
Le quito la tensión con Jarus.
Kanan Jarrus removes the tension. Suffers no damage thanks to the focus result from the die.
El jam solo que te quedas haciendo acción, ¿no?
No, se va a final de la ronda.
Vale.
Antes sí era.
Así que.
4 dados, supongo. Ahora sí que hay piedra, ¿no?
Sí.
4 es a rango 2, ¿no?
Okay, so Han Solo firing on Tavson, range 1. Boy. Rerolls for Han. Or is this trick shot on Kylo? This is trick shot on Kylo. And spends the force to evade. That takes 1 damage card. Where's he taking that damage card from this time? Oh no, he's using the I'll show you the dark side. Got me scared.
Dejo de defender.
Creo que es la única persona que le he visto usar.
So Toni searching through that damage deck, I guess for another panic pilot, right? Yes, Han landed on a debris token. But Kanan was able to remove the stress.
Si te pasas en un obstáculo, si te ponen encima un obstáculo, un daño.
Es buena. Esa viene finito.
Regions of force, hate. Is that because he suffered damage or is he not?
Que te da igual porque tienes el puto ganas de los huevos, pero.
Hay que poner color. Dinero. ¿Me debes dinero? No me acordaba, ¿cuándo te he visto?
Damage from the attack, and it was just the end of the round where he was regenerating force. The red light in the background is the clock for the Imperial Assault. It just happens that all the Game of Thrones players are standing in front of it, so the Imperial Assault players can't see it. The black thing you can see just in front of them is a round clock. The main event X-Wing is running off of the basketball court clock that you can see just in the top center of the screen, just behind the Armada flag. So Tavson comes back around that rock. Kylo moves up quickly. Toni now in the lead, 85 to 77, but it's not a solid lead. Han Solo decides to disengage at this point. He'd been pursuing Tavson, but now Tavson's starting to come back around. Two hits and a blank. Rolls a focus. Takes two then. Still one hit. Take two or one? No, one's cancelled by reinforce. So down to 2 hit points now, Tavson. And they go back to Dars again. It's going to be a quick couple of rounds. 15 and a half minutes left on the round. See, now those players are moving away. That red light's disappearing. So Han's got every possibility of taking Tavson off the board in the last 15 minutes, just by attrition. Just one shot every now and then, taking one more card off, and eventually giving him the points for Tavson, leaving Kylo to do all the heavy lifting. And as it is, they've not done much damage on Han Solo. 3 damage dealt to Han Solo, not much else. Tavson still coming back around the rock, still not got arc yet. Reinforces the front. Kylo tries to pursue Solo. Boosting. No. Yeah. Okay. Focus boosting. And Solo decides to go around, disengage even further around the other side of the gas cloud. Currently got his arc facing rearwards, which would not give him a shot this turn because the arc doesn't reach Kylo. I think Kylo might just have a range 3 shot onto the back of Han's base.
Un halcón delante.
It does seem like Alberto's choice to take Han Solo over to the other side of the board seems to suggest he thinks he's up on points. He's disengaged. He's not chasing he's not trying to chase those points down to get the lead back. I think he might think he's ahead.
Estoy encerrado en un pueblo ya, pero bajo de los Pirineos aquí me parece que ciudad. Claro.
Kylo's still trying to press the engagement though. It might even be in Toni's favour to try and chase Han Solo. If it's a case of we think Alberto thinks he's ahead on points, because it's only 8 points in it, right? That's what the MOV's showing you, 208 to 192. There's an 8-point difference between the two players. And for a miscalculation, yeah, I mean, also let's bear in mind, Toni's got a 3-point bid. Maybe Alberto's miscalculating things. I don't know. I don't know why he would decide to stop engaging and escape to the other side of the board with less than 15 minutes to go. He wants to get those last 2 damage cards on Tavson before he tries doing something like that. So it's only Kylo he has to worry about. Now he's coming back around. He's still got those arcs forward to aft. So Han Solo range 2 on Kylo Ren. Not his preferred choice of target, but gets 3 hits from hand. 3 blanks. Nothing to spend to deflect anything there, so Alberto gets half points on Kylo. And that puts him ahead now by 34 points. Tony's got to try and get half points from Han Solo to be able to seal this game down. There's 10 minutes to go in the round. And suddenly everything's kind of switched up. That Upsilon, though, is a problem. It can't turn around. It can't get guns on target. It spent the last 6 rounds without firing. Not more, I think, even when he's back on the lower left edge of the screen. He's been flying along for ages, not getting shots off. And now, and that's really what is stealing this game from Toni, as he's just not able to put the damage through he needs to do to win.
Son 2 bytes. Pero la cosa es que el segundo byte tiene que ser en la cuarta ronda. Es que ha dejado el listón muy alto, ¿eh? Sí, el byte bueno. Es el...
Focus there. Why is he taking a damage card? What? Have you got the stunned pilot? Is that what it is? I guess that must be what it had. I guess so. So that could have taken him off the board there if he'd have rolled the crit. The damage he has to take from stunned pilot. It's been such a long time since he got that crit. I can't remember. I guess it's a stunned pilot. It was definitely, yeah, it's a stunned pilot. Yep. He definitely had that stunned pilot crit. Blank. Now Tavson gets an opportunity to fire. If he can stay on the board. Solo fires 5 dice into Tavson. Only gets 2 and a crit. Tavson's not got enough dice to evade it. Takes that last damage. That's a structural damage. Bye-bye, Tavson. This game quickly spinning out of control of Toni. Alberto consolidating his lead. Now a lot of work for Kylo to do in the next 7 minutes to be able to win this game. I don't even think half points on hand will be enough. No. Well, Han Solo's 115 points, so half points would be 58 points. He's behind by 71. Kylo fires, Han Solo fires, gets 2 and a crit. Kylo defends, blank, evade. Kylo firing back, it's only a hit and a crit. And Han Solo evades it. Kylo coming in hot, taking a 2 bank to the right, trying to make sure Han Solo doesn't escape too far out of his arc. Anticipating him going to take a turn to the right this time, but I don't see it this time. No, he's gonna free bank to the right. So, Solo firing. Another damage card.
No mires.
No ha pasado nada.
Dos normales.
Tuyas son negras, ¿verdad?
Sí. Vale, Kylo.
Eran otros hemos dicho, ¿no?
Sí.
Con 2.
Kylo fires back on Han Solo. No way he's going to be able to do enough now to get this game back. 3 hits, 2 blanks. Gets re-rolled for 1 evade. Takes 2 damage, but it's not of any consequence now. Toni still needs to do 2 more hits on him just to get half points, which isn't going to be enough. 3 minutes and 30 seconds left in the game. And here we come to the closing chapter now. It's probably going to be the last turn. Alberto has consolidated a commanding lead, and it's largely down to the fact that Tavson just spent 7 or 8 turns without shooting. Toni was just left with just 1 gun. Kylo, being the only ship he had firing this round for the last 30-40 minutes of this game, meant that he just didn't have that damage output. Once Lando was gone, once they didn't have an easy target to focus fire on, he wasn't able to get both of his arcs on target, and that's just ended up spelling doom for this match, as Han Solo's been able to run around. He's not even got to the point where he's had to use R2-D2 yet. He's still got one shield left on him. It's been an hour and 15 minutes, and you've only done 5 damage to Han Solo. It was poor for Toni to lose Scorch so fast, but like, he really needs to get both guns firing to be able to recover from the position he was in, just because of how much damage these two ships take. He got very lucky to put so much damage into Lando quickly enough to be able to take him off within a few turns. But like I say, Han Solo, with all the issues that there are, with all the hull you had to chew through, all the hit points you had to chew through, just wasn't enough time. What are we trying to measure? Range? So 2 hits, a focus, gets converted for free from the force token from Kane and Jarrus. Blank, blank, blank. That's game. Heartbreaking for Toni there. But anyway, let's go over and congratulate Alberto.
Ha estado complicada. No, mañana juegas, ¿no?
Sí, mañana juego, por lo menos.
No, buena, ¿eh?
Muchas gracias.
Buena jugada. Toni,
¿Qué ha pasado?
su problema era Thompson yendo por aquí sin disparar
Sí,
durante
tenías
40,
que haber hecho.
durante
Yo
40
estaba muy
minutos.
seguro detrás tuya, entre comillas.
Claro, pero
Sí,
yo
sí,
tenía
si
que esperar hasta
acercabas-
que volviera a Kylo.
Pero si acercabas a Kylo, el Lando te va a disparar.
Ya, pero
Pero-
no me da igual tirando que me tira largas.
No, pero ¿y si cae alguna, un blancazo qué?
Pero tu problema
Pero a mí no no me molestaba nada, ni me hacía nada.
Tu problema era de
Tenías que haber echado un largo.
con solo
Y
disparando
luego
este,
girar.
no estabas haciendo bastante daño.
Claro, normal.
Ya,
Si blanqueo.
ya. Por eso,
A ver, has
hombre,
tenido mala suerte.
Pero por
también.
eso necesitas
Has pegado
dos cañones.
Se ha pegado
No
dos
puedo-
blancadas
eso no
buenas.
gira, no.
Ya, eso. Y
No
él iba
gira,
detrás
estoy
de
5
ti.
turnos para girar y
Así que
el
era
tiempo
difícil.
después y tiene impulso,
Pero
¿no?
eso,
Era complicado. Sí.
buen jugador de su parte, porque no te ha dejado la oportunidad. Pero es eso, es que este no ha disparado. Y tiene su cierto uso de que no hace falta disparar, pero a la vez sí que hace falta. Para
Sí,
que
a ver.
tú
Ha disparado la
puedas
vez que tiene que
ganar
disparar.
las
No,
balas.
está.
2, y le ha volado medio dando entero.
Y era curioso que
Que no tenía que haber palmado porque Skull le tiraba y le quitaba otra vida que le quedaba.
cuando quedaba 20 minutos de que con Han Solo decidiste ¿cómo se dice?
Disengage.
Disengage.
Sí, quería reiniciar, digamos, la idea.
Tú no pensaste que estabas delante por puntos, ¿verdad?
No.
No.
Sí lo tenía, pero
cuando estaba Kylo entero iba
pero
ya
quería
por delante.
asegurar.
Tú tenías 8 puntos de favor.
Claro.
Pero quería asegurar.
Ya.
Entonces, es que es jodido, ¿eh?
Pareciste que estabas huyendo y de
No, es que yo
repente...
me estaba reiniciando, digamos, a ver,
Ya.
pero quiero buscarle el culo a esto todo el rato, intentar estar todo el rato, que no me dispare. Y si no le disparo a ella y tengo a Kylo, pues a Kylo. A una mala le vacío el ojo, o sea, me refiero, y ahí puede hacer daño, que hay Han cerca de piedras, pues... ¿no?
Muy bien, vale, perfecto. Muchas gracias, chicos, un buen partido.
Uf, ha sido dura, ¿eh?